Welcome. If you missed the live session last week, don't worry. This short recap will walk you through the key takeaways from the Creative Hunter webinar. In this session, we shared how sellers and founders can open doors at enterprise accounts, even without a big tech stack, brand recognition, or a large team behind them. By the way, this quick recap comes to you from my any self using Synthesia, an excellent tool to incorporate in your sales arsenal. Pretty cool, huh? In our conversation, we looked beyond traditional sales tactics and talked about what really moves the needle when you're trying to break into big, complex organizations. We explored the mindset, skills, and strategies top reps use to land enterprise clients. What stood out is how today's sellers must go beyond just being good at sales. We must become part marketer, part consultant, and increasingly part technologist. We talked about the creative hunter, someone who is bold, curious, and proactive. Hunters don't wait for leads. They build campaigns. They don't rely on brand recognition. They create their own momentum. Creative hunters own the funnel from top to bottom, and they're fluent in both business development and marketing. A major theme was how AI is leveling the playing field. Whether you're a new rep or a 25-year veteran, tools like ChatGPT, Apollo, Clay, Lavender, and many others are supercharging how we gather intelligence, build messaging, and show up with relevance. Tom Wright shared his 10-point prompt for deep account research, a great framework for personalization. Eric King highlighted the importance of aligning with board-level priorities. And John Brunke reinforced something critical. Understanding the business, not just your product, is what earns credibility. One tactic I shared, pasting earnings call transcripts into ChatGPT and prompting for key initiatives, then aligning your messaging to what actually matters at the executive level. This is how we stop guessing and start showing up as advisors. Chad Kaser added some great perspective, building personas for CFOs, CIOs, COOs, and spinning them into targeted industry-specific messaging. He reminded us that content fed into AI over time develops a voice, your voice, and can truly accelerate personalized outreach. And Tom introduced another powerful insight: go beyond earnings calls. Analyze Def 14A filings to understand how executives are compensated. If you can tie your solution directly to what impacts their pay, you'll grab attention fast. We also talked about why the old playbooks are failing. Too many reps are still chasing quick wins instead of building long-term trust, using cookie-cutter cadences that sound like everyone else, failing to create urgency or link their solution to true business outcomes. One of my biggest lessons was understanding that urgency isn't about how fast you send emails. It's about helping the customer realize why action now matters. We explored campaign-driven outreach, thinking like a marketer. I shared an example where a multi-touch campaign with internal champions, webinars, and tailored content led to a major enterprise win. We discussed co-creation, collaborating with your prospect on the solution. When the roadmap is developed together, trust is already built. One of my biggest deals was closed without a single demo because the solution was co-created. And Chad brought up a critical shift happening now, from business acumen to financial acumen. Understanding how companies allocate capital, especially in today's market, is essential. The S1 document, for example, tells you how a company plans to spend its money and gives sellers a direct path to align with budget priorities. In the course I've built, The Creative Hunter, we'll go deep on tools like Clay and Apollo for mapping org charts and surfacing insights, ChatGPT for narrative crafting and initiative mapping, Lavender for smart outbound email guidance, and Synthesia, the very tool I'm using now for creating video-based outreach at scale, will also work one-on-one to map out accounts, design campaigns, and build a system you can repeat again and again to break into enterprise deals. If you haven't already, take the Hunter assessment to benchmark your strengths. You'll also get access to templates, campaign calendars, account planning docs, AI prompt guides, everything you need to operationalize what we talked about. And keep an eye out for my course, The Creative Hunter. It's a blend of mindset, strategy, and tactical execution, all built to help you break into enterprise deals without needing a big tech stack or a famous brand behind you. Thanks again for being part of this. The Creative Hunter movement is just getting started, and I'm so glad you're here for it. Let's keep learning, experimenting, and sharing ideas, because the future belongs to those who sell with purpose, creativity, and courage. Talk to you soon.